Wolverine finally made his return last year in the Marvel Legacy one-shot after dying back in 2014. But it's hard to get too excited about Logan's return, given the way Marvel handled his legacy while he was dead and the convoluted way they decided to bring him back. What's up everybody, my name is Joshua Yale, and I've got issues with pretty much everything that has happened with Wolverine since he died, and it all boils down to two major problems. The first has to do with how his replacement, Laura Kinney, aka X-23, was mishandled during her time as Wolverine. And the second is how they're choosing to tell the story of Logan's return in the most complicated way possible. It's complicated even to me, a guy who reads comic books for a living. The Death of Wolverine miniseries took Logan off the board, and then a year later in 2015, X-23 took up his mantle and became the all-new Wolverine. This was a momentous occasion for Laura because she was finally allowed to take the next step in her journey to move past being an assassin and grow into a fully fledged superhero. But it's mostly all downhill from there. You see, even though Laura's series, written by Tom Taylor and drawn by the likes of David Lopez and Leonard Kirk, was nothing short of phenomenal, Laura herself wasn't allowed to truly take on Wolverine's role in the larger Marvel universe. Logan was always much more than the stabby-stab guy with the bad attitude. He played a key role in the superhero community by helping out multiple superhero teams and using his voice as a member of the mutant race to influence big events. But when Laura took over, Marvel took her spotlight and gave it to Old Man Logan, who had been pulled from his alternate future and brought to the present. Old Man Logan is a beloved story, so of course everyone got hyped for this, but he essentially shoved Laura aside just as she was taking the stage as Wolverine. Old Man Logan ended up filling the Wolverine role in numerous books, while Laura, the actual Wolverine, barely got anything. And then Laura's spot on her one team book was taken by James Hudson, who, get this, is the son of Ultimate Wolverine and has the exact same powers. Another freaking Wolverine when it's Laura's time to shine? Come on! And now with Logan Return from the dead, it's been announced that Laura will shed the blue and yellow costume and once again become X-23 in a new series, even though, as I've been saying, she never really got her due as Wolverine. Well, if Laura's going to get shafted, then at least the story of Logan's return makes it all worth it, right? Wrong. Logan randomly popped up in 2017's Marvel Legacy #1, alive and well and holding an Infinity Stone? That was 6 months ago and we still have no clue how it happened. In the meantime, Marvel has really been milking Logan's return for all it's worth. He's appeared in the comics equivalent of post-credit scenes in several comics. He is, for some reason, a part of the big Infinity Stone story Marvel is doing to take advantage of all the hype for Avengers Infinity War. And it was recently announced that his return will be explored in a one-shot that sets up 4 different miniseries, which means that to get the full story, you need to buy over 20 different comics. And it's not even exactly clear how all this fits together. This has led Marvel to release this infographic. If you need an infographic to explain your story, there's your sign that you may have gone too far. Marvel is coming off of a rough year full of numerous controversies and mishaps, so it's understandable that they'd want to play it safe by leaning into the return of one of their most popular characters to rake in some easy dollars by making you buy as many of their comics as possible to follow his story. But the problem is that they've made it incredibly expensive and confusing for readers. It's almost like they took a list of everything that turns off comic readers and then used that as their guidebook. And on top of all of that, underserving Laura's character while she was Wolverine and then giving Logan an obscene amount of attention for his return feels like adding insult to injury to a character who deserves so much better. Thanks for watching. For more musings from the world of comic books, check out my thoughts on why Jean Grey is better off without the Phoenix, and how DC Comics is beating Marvel at the Relaunch game. And be sure to follow and subscribe wherever you like to watch IGN.